So if we're traveling down this
for
road,
anyone coming in front of car or
Yeah.
any other car, any hazards. Yeah.
okay. Now on this road, can you tell me where in this, let's say, very cold weather, and you're driving normally? So let's say we were traveling at, I mean, what would be the appropriate speed to be traveling on this road in this weather?
So normally we would travel at 20.
Would we travel at 20 or around 20?
We would probably travel maybe half that.
Okay. And what would you do in this weather?
In this weather, it depending probably on the road.
Okay, so how would you gauge, how would you understand that answer to the question that I've given you and to the answer you've given me? How could you answer that question?
So for example, when you were driving on that street there, you said, oh, there's ice. So you kind of like, you look out for the road conditions.
Brilliant.
And if there's any ice, any snow or anything.
Okay, so while you're traveling along this road and you're telling me there's ice, how does the ice impact your driving? How does that change your opinion of driving on this road?
So I think when I was reading your presentation, it was saying about the locked wheels. So if you're trying to stop the car, it will just lock and slide, let your car slide.
Okay, so let's say your car hasn't locked, isn't sliding, sorry. How would you know somebody else's car is locked and sliding?
It would.
How
The
would you
wheels
recognize
wouldn't
that?
turn as normal.
Okay.
And it probably wouldn't move as normal as well. Like in a way, it would be maybe slower or faster or going out from the way it's supposed to go.
Okay, so you're traveling along this road and we're going down this road. Where would you like anticipate a vehicle with locked wheels come from?
From the side road, coming into this road.
Brilliant. So when Amber says to me, tell your pupils to start using their side vision, would you understand what she means by that?
So side vision, so it wouldn't be the blind spot, but it would be just basically trying to see if there's any hazards on the side.
Yes, yes.
There.
Okay, so Amber says to me in this lesson, you need to tell her to identify where roads meet her road. So are we on a T junction, or when we go down this road, would we be approaching T junctions or crossroads? There is a difference. Okay?
So we would be at the end of the road. That's a T junction, but then the next left and right would be like a crossroad. Brilliant.
So Amber's telling me to tell you that as we're going down this road, to tell her as she's approaching, not to tell you, but as she's approaching, to scan the side roads as she's approaching for potentially any cars that have locked wheels. And that answers your question, it answers my question, and it makes us a little bit more aware of our surroundings.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we're going down this road, I want you to use your side vision, a quick glance, make sure it's safe as you're going down. Now Amber's telling me to tell you to move your head when you look about. Kind of move your head a little so you can see into the side roads on your left and right. Now you'll find that your friends and your friend actually, she doesn't actually move her head sometimes. She actually just does this, and she realizes something changes to her left and right, and then she looks into that direction.
Okay.
So to me, it doesn't make a difference whether you look left or you look right, as in you stop to look left, right?
Yeah.
What matters to me is you make appropriate, effective observations. Now, if you see a car approaching fast, now this is the difference between a new driver and an experienced driver. If you see a car approaching fast, more than likely, if that road surface is slippery, they're going to lock the wheels.
Okay.
If the road surface is good, they'll stop. But regardless, as a considerate and safe driver, you would ease off your gas. just come off a little, and once you're confident and you know that they're stopping, then you carry on the journey at a speed that you find appropriate for the environment you're in.
Okay, so for example, this car would be coming this way and you see a lot of ice. So what would you do? You would look in the mirror to
So
see that
the
no
rearview mirror.
one else is affected behind. Would you then slow down to try to sort of take, as you said, take off feet off the gas, and then
If you think
just
you're
watch
gonna-
the
yeah.
reaction of their car?
Yes,
basically.
if you think that you two are going to affect each other, then it's crucial somebody must yield. Now, sometimes people have so much on their mind, they're not thinking about their driving. Now, you are learning to drive, so this is like your first sort of lesson in cold weather. You're a very, very novice driver, so we're in like a new area.
Yeah.
And what you must remember is some people just drive fast. They genuinely just drive too fast for the conditions they're in. Secondly, it may be a home emergency. Thirdly, there may be inexperience. Not many people drive in poor weather. And you know, there's another not a news bulletin, but there's something that they say in the news: oh, don't drive unless it's absolutely compulsory. This, that, and the other. You know, if you're driving a car, and like he got very close to my car. You see that?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
It's like,
he wasn't
is he
concentrating.
stopping or what
Yeah,
is he doing?
he wasn't concentrating. Now they say, look, you know, your insurance is cancelled if you drive in snow. That's incorrect. Your insurance is always on your car. Just make sure the journey that you're taking is reasonable. One final point before I let you move off is we have front wheel drive cars and rear wheel drive cars. You, from the country of your origin, you know, your locals that live there will tell you more about this than I can, because we don't really have bad weather. You guys have a lot of bad weather. Now, front wheel drive, this car is front wheel drive. So the power to my wheels is on the front. So the power to my engine goes to the front. Some cars, they have power going to the rear. Now, it's one of the reasons stopping me buying her the car that she wants.
Yeah.
It's rear wheel drive. And I'm scared that because I'm teaching you this, I know full well that rear wheel drive cars are useless in snow. I mean, she's not going to be working in snow. It is what it is. Now, some cars have all wheel drive, AWD. Some cars have like 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
So there is a difference between all of them. It's something for you to read up on, and it's something that I'll educate
So,
you
for
on.
example, if I feel uncomfortable, if it's not all-wheel drives or
Yeah.
something, I would ask before I buy a car or check up on.
The thing is, my car is front wheel drive, and it's only front wheel drive. The back wheels only just move.
Okay.
The front ones is where the power goes. In Volkswagens, the wheels, the power to the wheels is on the back. The front wheels just go round. In some cars, they have they have all-wheel drive, AWD. That means all wheels have power, but that is not a 4-wheel drive car.
Okay.
It's all-wheel drive, but it's not a 4x4. So it's not like a Range Rover. Marika will also tell you she was in an I-135. She was telling me a story, and it got stuck in mud. But just because the cars look like a Jeep, like that Nissan Juke on my car, doesn't mean these are not 4x4s. These are what they call crossovers.
Yeah.
So they've made these cars because it's a market they can tap into.
Yeah.
That's all. Doesn't mean these are not 4-wheel drive. You can't go into a field and come out. You'll end up going into a ditch, and the farmer will end up pulling you out. So it's important that when you're driving a car, that you drive an appropriate car that works for what you're doing. What we're going to do now is we're going to go down this road, and we're going to turn right at the end of this road, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to practice where you left off, and let's see where you are with your driving, okay? Let's see if you can remember as much as you can.
So, I do brake,
Yes?
D,
Yes?
and then now, because I'm starting off, I would actually check mirrors first. And the blind spot start showing, and then whenever I'm ready,
Good.
start driving.
That's right. Always remember, before the next junction, the signal must be turned off, otherwise you'll fail your driving test.
Okay.
So you mustn't have the signal on for longer than necessary. So now that we can see the vehicle coming up, if you are going to stop, don't stop on ice. You won't stop.
Okay.
So now look in the left door mirror. We'll come a little bit to the left, but you'll reduce your speed like you told me. A little bit to the right, so you're not driving on ice. That's it. Now move up. It's okay, no problem. That's normal. Don't worry about that noise. It's because the snow's turning to ice.
Yeah.
So it sounds like popcorn. So we're now following the road down, but we're gonna travel where there's no ice. So we're gonna
Yeah.
go a
on the
little bit
other
more to
side.
the right, a bit more. So your wheels travel on the ground and not on the white part. That's fine. Now start your routine for turning right, but stay in this space. So turning right.
All right.
Yep. So signal. It's okay. Signal up. That's it. Now come back into the left lane and slow the car down, nice and gentle. That's it. And we don't brake abruptly.
Oh my.
That's fine. Okay, so the signal turned off. The signal turned off because the signal has two options. So if you just turn the signal off for a second, there's nobody behind us. Touch the lever like upward, but don't press it. That's it, and let go. There, it clicks 3 times. It's called one touch indicate. Do that again for me. Now that is permanent.
Oh, okay. And then that's just like a
That's
little...
that's BMW signaling that you didn't know. And when you click it, it turns them permanently. So when we say BMW signaling, most new cars have micro switches. They don't have manual control. So you just touch it and it signals. But it'll only signal for either 1 click, 3 clicks, or 5 clicks. I've set my car for 3 clicks.
Okay.
You can set that to 5, and that's what most BMW drivers and Audi do. So you can just touch it and it comes on. You can touch it, it turns on. We just get lazy when we drive.
So when we get here, if I'm not moving out in those 3 clicks, do I need to put on the permanent
Yes.
one?
I only signal like that, what we call one touch signaling, when I'm literally gonna signal for 1 second. But you would need your signal on for at least 4 or 5 seconds.
Okay.
So clicking it manually so it makes that clicking noise is very reasonable. So make sure your signal's on, and we're turning right at the end of this road. So when you're ready, turn right, please.
So I'll just go.
Lovely.
And you said wait for the car to turn and then straight out the wheel.
It's fine, it's no problem. Bit more to the right. I'll just stop you there for a second. Put your brake on for a second. So take a deep breath, you're fine. Now, do you know why that went wrong? It was absolutely perfect until you did something in the car. Can you remember what you did?
I think I accidentally put the gas more.
Nope.
No?
You didn't do anything with your feet controls. I've stopped you for a second, so don't worry, you've got control of the car. But do you understand what you did wrong?
No.
You're staring at the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When you're staring at the car, the man stopped.
So I need to more road and my concentrate on road and my car.
Yeah, concentrate on where you want the car to go.
Okay.
So don't get worried, that's going to happen 1,000 times yet. But what you must do is not stare at the car.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, when you're ready, I want you to move off, okay? So you're in complete control. Remember to signal to move off because we're at the side of the road.
Okay. So we are just going straight.
We are going straight and we are turning right at the end of this road. That's right. A bit more to the right. We're turning right, the next road on the right. And make sure we come back to our side so we're not unnecessarily on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
That's right. And now take the next road on the right, please. So start with your routine, your mirrors first and your signal.
On the right.
Move a
Oh,
little
the
bit to the
right
right.
is so scary.
Move a little bit. It's okay, you'll get used to it. Now come back to your side. Come back to our side. Straighten the wheel. And now turn into the road if it's safe. Now steer. That's it. And now straighten the car. That's right. Everything's hard until you've practiced it. Come back to our side. Follow the road ahead and take the 4th road on the right, please. Straighten the car. Look at the car coming towards you.
So I would...
And you would need to stop to let him through. It's okay, he's parked
okay,
up so we can carry on. That's it, a little bit of gas. Now straighten up but stay on this line. Don't go over the line. So stay somewhere on the line. That's right, and look to the end of the road and don't look at any parked cars. You'll go into them or you'll get close to them. So let's look to the end of the road. That's right. We're now taking the 2nd road on the right. This is the 1st road on the right. speed's good. We're not worried about your speed in this lesson. It's frosty anyway, so
Yeah.
we don't want to be travelling fast. The faster you travel, the quicker the problem appears. So we're taking the next road on the right. So first of all, establish where the road is, just where this wall is here.
So then...
Yeah, so now mirrors and signal.
Oh, okay.
Now reduce the pace of the car, but try and come back to your side of the road before you turn. That's it, a bit more to the left. Now turn into the road. Keep steering, it's okay. Now straighten the car, don't look at him, don't look at him. Come off the gas to help you. Now steer to the right, it's okay, you're doing fine. Gently carry on, come back to outside, steer, hold your wheel. Now come back to the left again. Now straighten the car, and we're going to a little bit to the right, and we're going to pull up on the left near that 20 sign. Remember your routine for pulling in, so we're going to park on the left. That's it. Bring the car in, gently start braking.
Look at that.
Not a bit to the right, it's okay, nothing else we can do. A bit more to the right, stop where you are.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. And now park the car. Park the car. That's fine. Signal off. Can you hear that noise?
Oh, what?
Take a deep breath. That's
Oh,
it,
okay.
yeah.
It's a...
You're cool, man. Relax. You're doing fine. But what you need to do there is you need to make sure that A, you avoid braking hard. That's okay. And B, just relax when you're driving. Do you know the faster you drive, you know the quicker you drive, the harder you'll find driving itself. Driving isn't easy. And if you're driving the car and there's a car coming towards you, always look where you want the car to go, not at the oncoming vehicle. Your hand will follow the eyes, you'll end up going into the car. Always remember that. Now, just before we kind of carry on with your lesson, just want to go through something with you. Can you see the drain on the floor?
Yes.
Okay.
So you try to avoid that.
Yeah. So also you'll find it's raised. So that drain has collapsed. So the tarmac that they've put on there isn't working
Oh,
properly.
you can see, yeah, the
Yeah.
rest is
So do you know if
dipped.
so if they say to you, we have raised ironworks, that's what they mean. It means that will damage your car. So if you travel over that drain and you travel very quick, it will cut into the side wheel. So it's very important that when you're driving the car that you reduce your speed as you're going over it, or you try and get that to go under the middle of your car, under the center of the car. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, that wasn't too bad. Stopping at the end was a little bit abrupt, but it's fine. Next time you stop, try and stop a bit slower. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a few minute break and we're going to go out and fix that routine.
Okay.
We're going to get this fixed in this lesson today. So what we want to do before the end of the lesson is get a bit more confident doing what you're doing now, yeah?
Okay.
Other than that, how do you feel it went?
I feel alright. It's like the fifth maybe around what I have done
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah.
I'm not discouraged just yet.
Good. It's good. No, that's positive. Now you'll see the cars at the end of the road, and you'll see that they're. I mean, taxi drivers do their own thing. They're just picking up customers. But you'll see cars coming in and either leaving the junction. Now, if there is ice at the end of the road, it means you would brake a bit slow. You'd brake a bit more gentle, but you'd brake a lot earlier. And by your own admission, you'd brake 10 times earlier
Yeah.
to stop where you usually would stop. So it's important that you're aware of your speed as you're travelling. It's important that you're aware of how you're approaching the junction. And finally, you know, I was discussing heat pumps with you, do you know, like car warming technology?
Yeah.
If you listen to the engine, you can actually hear a deep, like, rumbling noise. Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I keep the fan on and turn the fan down, it's turned off, can you hear it?
Yeah.
The brrr noise is turned off. If I turn the heat up a little in the car,
It'll start up. Yeah.
it'll start again. Give it a few seconds, it'll start. I'll cheat, I'll increase it a lot. It'll come on in a few minutes. And that's like an optional extra when you're buying an electric car now. They call that a heat pump. So what I usually do is, hey, it's turned on again, can you hear
Yes,
it?
yeah,
That deep
yeah.
rumbling noise. And what I do is I just turn the heat down a little in the car. Now that the car's warm, as in you and I have been sitting in the car for a fair bit of time, I turn the heating down.
Okay.
Now also you'll still find while we're driving, you'll see that the window is still dirty. There's nothing we can do because in electric cars, early electric cars like mine, the nozzles are not warm. Now, I can very easily fix that by using my fingers and touching the nozzle, and it'll de-ice the nozzle. But
It was actually funny because I was watching TikTok this morning. One of the guy from Bradford, the instructor, and he was saying, "Oh, your window is like dirty. Can you like try to clean it?" And he was like, "Oh, I didn't even notice because that's not what you were focusing on."
Oh, it's okay. He's managed it now. Wow, he's an excellent driver. Wow, that is actually that's a lovely car to buy as well. XC90. It's a very, very nice car to buy. If you can ever afford it, if you can stretch your budget, experience that car. It's a beautiful car to drive. They really are. Volvos have upped their game. Again, you were talking about this Bradford instructor. You've got to tell me which one you follow. I need to know.
I send you the picture of him on the WhatsApp.
Send me it again when you get a chance.
Yeah.
What was he explaining to you?
He was basically talking to his person in driving, and he said, "Oh, the window is a bit dirty," and the person who's driving is like, "Oh, I didn't even notice. Like right now, I don't even see that because you're focusing on other things."
Yes,
kind of thing,
yes.
Yeah.
So how would you deal with this then? How would you? Let's say, for example, you were going to start work at 3 p.m. and your windows are frosty every day. How could you be a bit more savvy if you lived on this road? Would you understand what the word savvy means?
Yes, yeah.
How could you be a bit more savvy and if you lived on this road?
So I would plan my journey and come out earlier to try to clean it. But
Okay.
also,
What if you're like me and you're lazy? What could you do?
I have seen that there's like covers that you can put on your window.
Okay.
And then it's
anything else you could do? Look at the car in front.
Yeah.
That's your clue.
You see, turn rather
he's like
away.
me. He's like me. That's a very intelligent driver.
Oh, so if you park with this side closer to the house, it will be warmer on that side. And
so what's he done with the
window
car? So which way is he facing?
Closer to the house, kind of.
So,
away from the
okay. So what's he done with the car? Which way is the car facing? Is the car facing the sun?
Yes.
And it naturally defrosts.
Okay, as well.
I like him.
Yeah.
He's like me. He's
So it's the
he's
sun
working
not
smarter.
closer to the
Yes.
home. Okay.
He's working smarter, not harder. So what he's done is he's changed the face of his car.
So the benefit is on the
Yes.
back window at the moment.
Yeah,
but if
that's
I
it.
park
Yeah.
at the
So by parking like this, and if you're going out 3 o'clock in the evening, it will defrost all the pipes that has the water in,
Yeah.
and then that means it's already clean for
Okay.
you. So I can tell he's like me. He thinks what
Yeah.
he's doing. So let's say, for example, you didn't have that.
And also, you said, I think last time, that if you park under the tree, that will be always colder under there as
Yes,
well. So
yes.
if he would move forward here, for example, where there's more sun, he would be even in a better position.
Absolutely. Also, if you do park under a tree, you don't get frost in the car.
Okay.
It's less. You're protected by the tree.
Oh, okay.
The tree protects, the air that's
Yeah.
coming towards your car.
Yeah.
It kind of filters the air so you get less on it. But you'll see that his window's literally been defrosted as we speak.
Yeah.
And that's because the sun's come up. So it's important that A, you look at the position of your car. Secondly, when you use the problem we've got right now is the windscreen wipers, they work, but the windscreen washer fluid doesn't. What you could do is have more concentrate windscreen fluid in there.
Yeah.
So the windscreen fluid that we use in a car, that means my mixture is weak for the conditions that we're in.
Okay.
So do you know, like when you buy diluted orange juice,
Yeah.
you dilute to taste. So if you have a sweet tooth, my wife and I, we argue this every time.
I love
she,
the bit.
yeah, we argue. She doesn't make it as sweet as I want it, and I put 3 times the amount of concentrate that she does.
Yeah.
Now, but when I'm driving my car, I put 3 times less concentrate of the fluid in there, so my windscreen freezes.
Okay.
So when she maintains the car, she'll put more concentrate in there, and that way the windscreen doesn't freeze.
So in wintertime, would you use you would use with defroster, but then
Yes.
in the summertime you would use different
So
pipe
when you go to Morrison's and you go inside, they'll have like de-icer on the side. Beneath there's like big washing up tubs,
Yeah.
and it'll say windscreen additive,
or
clean. Yeah. If you buy the pre-mixed, it's watered down. So it's like buying diluted orange juice already diluted. So they will dilute it so much you can barely taste it. But if you buy the expensive stuff, which is slightly more expensive, where it dilute to whatever you want, that's the one that you need to buy.
Yeah.
You put more concentrate, you put more of the bottle inside there and less water.
Okay.
So it doesn't freeze. How do you know that the stuff that you buy is good? Get the whole bottle, put it outside.
Okay.
Just leave it in the garden, and if it freezes, it means it's not good.
Yeah.
It shouldn't freeze. It's like antifreeze, so it shouldn't freeze. That means the stuff that I've got in mine isn't
It's
very
not
good.
good. Okay.
I've put too much water in, and she keeps telling me off. She goes, "Look, you put too much water in," and I do it because I don't like wasting my food.
Yeah.
But it's important that you realise that everything has a pro, everything has a con. So it's important that whatever things you buy for your car, they're appropriate. The best liquid you can buy, as in to put inside the windscreen washer, is, I think it's called Pretzone, Pretzone. It's usually golden yellow and sometimes lime green. So it's like luminous green. Now, if you buy very soon there'll be an offer in Morrison's, especially in Kirkstone Morrison's. Now, what they do is they buy so much to sell. When people don't buy it, they sell it. The reason why they sell it because it starts to smell.
Oh, okay.
It smells weird. It smells like socks or something. So it's important that whatever you buy, you only buy like a bottle or two. You don't need more than that.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Just to get through the freezing temperatures.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move off. We're going to correct these right turns with you today in this lesson. So get yourself ready. Let's go when you're ready.